Welcome back to Model Rockets 321. Today I'm going to show you the 1976 Estes Model Rocketry catalog. It was a bicentennial of America. I think America turned 200 years old, so this is a little seal showing that. So yeah, this is catalog number 761. It cost 35 cents way back then. This is the cover art design. Illustration again. They used a lot of artists back in the days. Everything was hand illustrated, movie posters, everything. It wasn't all this like they didn't have Photoshop. There was no Illustrator and stuff like that. I even saw somewhere where the artist had signed this image because this is one. Yeah, the artist signed right there. So this is one picture actually. They took it and it's made into one. It's like you got the space shuttle launching here, and then you got some Star Trek stuff. But we'll get into that later. But anyway, just want to take a look at the cover. They got the space shuttle on the cover. I believe the space shuttle was in development at this time. None had flown in 76. I don't think they flew until 83 or 84, if I'm not mistaken. I think Columbia was the first one. And you can see here the white tank, which they painted, and then they stopped painting it because the paint actually added a lot of weight to the shuttle after that first launch. So they just started leaving them their regular brown, orange color. So that's the story on that, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, let's get into it. So as you open the first page, more illustration. They have the space shuttle. They were really pushing that design back then. Got a young little kid here putting it together. More illustrations. Just talking about the hobby, the incredible space age hobby. So this is 1976. The hobby had already been around for a few years at this time. So it's been around. And here's the page, page two and page 3. Just a little image showing you all the parts of a model rocket and a couple of the kits that are available. Back then, the Skyhook, the X-Ray, and the Big Bertha. These are all classic. I actually have a sealed X-Ray kit. I love the Skyhook. I love the old school design rockets, man. They are cool. I love the Lojo 2 is my favorite, but I love some of the old school rocket designs. And there's a picture of the man that started this company, Vern Estes. Or Estes. It's a debate about how you say his name. I'm not sure, but there's Vern right there, holding the Enterprise. So yeah, there's a look inside there. They're showing you the flight sequence. They always give you that. And come on down, then you can go relaunch again. Let's go to the next page. Here's a page of new Star Trek. Star Trek was a big deal in the 70s, 60s and 70s, I believe. So here's a couple Star Trek kits, or just the one Star Trek kit. They show an illustration of it, and then they show you the actual boxed up model. And here you actually got this battery. I think this battery came with it, with a launch pad. The batteries was the power, and you had this little launch controller. This was the launch pad attached to this 12-volt battery. If I'm not mistaken, that's 12. Y'all can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. So this is the Star Trek beginner model outfit. It said it's the perfect model rocketry beginner's outfit. Star Trek. 70s. I bet this had some good sales on it. I haven't seen any of these on eBay. I don't think I've ever come across one of them. So the next page, so they're doing their classic the way they do it. They would start off with the starter kits in the beginning of the catalog, and then later you would get into the individual kits you can buy separately. These were starter kits. And this is the either the Alpha or the Astron, or Alpha Astron, something like that. But it's another cool old school design starter kit. It even came with the paint. They even gave you the paint back then. You can see the old school launch control, little red launch pad, a couple engines. And here's a kit has this cool offset launch pad. I like that design. It's pretty cool. This rocket, I have never seen, like these rockets, as far as I know, anybody, I haven't seen any of these ever, I don't think. I haven't seen this ever. Estes firing line starter kit. Yeah, I haven't seen that. And look at the price, $14.99. You got all that. You know what this would go for on eBay right now? Way more than that, I'll tell you that much. So here we have pages 8 and 9, a bunch of the classics. Skill level 1, this is the Scout. This is the first rocket. It says originally developed in 1959. The Scout is still a super popular kit among rocketeers. Now our most historic rocket. It is sure to become a real collector's item. That's true. Teaches you the elementary balance and design principles, sleek lines, and tumble recovery for really exciting flights. It's cost $1.25 back in the days. All these prices were really low for their time period, $1.95, or for our time period. You know, now this would have been, I guess this would have been a little bit of dollars, or you know, it would have actually been, you know, kind of expensive back then. There's a streak. All these are cool. Like I said, all these designs, I like all these rockets right here. 89 cents for the streak. The Alpha is $1.95. There's the Alpha 3, which is still around. These, I actually had this kit years and years ago. It was $2.95. There's the X-Ray. I love the X-Ray for $2.95. I actually upscaled this a few years ago and I sold it on eBay. I should have kept it. It was a bigger one. I made a bigger version of it. I wish I kept it. So if you have it out there, I'd buy it back from you. And there you have the Mark II for $1.75. Yeah, rockets are cheap. Those are skill level 1. So here we have page 10 and 11. I believe this is still skill level 1. I don't see it. Yeah, still skill level 1. Got a couple rockets here. The Drifter is a classic. Big Bertha. Saros. And the Canarock Carrier. This is a cool rocket right here. You can get that camera. They used to have a, I think it was an 8mm camera payload you could put on here and then launch like that. And the Red Max, the Red Max is just classic. That's still around to this day. They actually reissue these. Look at that, $3.95 for the Red Max. How much it costs now? Like 20, 25 bucks maybe? Maybe even 30, I'm not sure. So here's some more kits. Skill level 3. These are all skill level 3. Wow, it jumped fast. These are skill level 3. I guess they're going to get bigger. Yeah, I think they could get bigger. What's going on here? What's going on? Advanced ejection ducting system. Wow, there's something. It's a ducted engine. The Patriot's still around. Sprints are still around. I have a Sprint, actually. Here's some more. Back to skill level 1s. I don't understand why they threw some skill level 3s in the middle of the skill level 1s. That was sport flyers, but they threw these skill level 3s in there. But anyway, the Mosquito, classic little rocket. Look, 79 cents. The Mosquito was 79 cents back then. So there you go. Let's get to some more. Mini Brutes. So here you have some Mini Brutes. These are little smaller size rockets. The Beaumark missile. That's the Wolverine. Yep. So yeah, just some Mini Brutes. Mini Bertha. Little John. Rogue. Cool rockets. They had some cool designs back in the days. I always enjoyed. And this is getting more into what I like these right here. I have an Omega. I think I have one in the kit package maybe. No, I know I scratch built one. Yeah, I may have one in the package somewhere. $7.95. And this will carry the Canarock too. This will also carry that movie camera. So you have the Omega. All these are all stagers, like all 2-stage rockets. This is so cool. Far Side, another rocket I was building. I sold. I don't know why I would do that, but this is cool. 3 stages. So get ready for a far walk. This thing was going to go way up there. Apogee is another cool looking rocket. There you have the Avenger, Stager. Yeah, more cool rocket. The Vigilante was new in 1976. Wow. Now let's go to the next page. Here we got some depowered rockets. The classic Goblin, which is still around. The original, look at that, $3.75. Got the Renegade. Got the A20 Demon. I've seen some of those. That's a popular rocket. A lot of people like those. And the Cherokee D. Cherokee D. Flies on D-12-7s. What else we got here? Oh, this is a great page. Boost gliders. Boost gliders are cool too. Sky Dart. I actually have the reissue of the Sky Dart. Always love that airplane look to it, so I have a Sky Dart. Launches. I think the ejected engine will activate the elevons and it will glide around and come on home. So cool. Scissor wing transport. Look at that. Used to cost $5.95. Now it costs way more than that. There you got the Firefly and the Gyrock. All boost gliders. All boost gliders. Here we got the USS Atlantis, Proton Destructor, but they recently reissued that. Look, in 1976 they had electronics. These are some electronics transmitters. So they had some technology back then. How much is that thing? Oh, because there were 2 types. One was 24 bucks and one was 16. Then you have some accessory kits you can get to go with them. So here's just some middle pages in the middle with various parts you could get if you might need for your, there's like a launch key if you lost your key. Look at this, they had a fin jig way back then. Fin quick, assembling your fins. They're still making something similar to that now. A curved blast deflector plate. Yeah, just various stuff. Parts, all the parts they even sold the snap swivels. They had it all there, the young man there building. Or pretending to build. I'm not sure if you could, yeah, it is. Balsa nose cones you could get, body tubes, which you can get all of this stuff still today. There's some more parts. Engine blocks. All parts. These are all parts here. All parts. They sold everything, man. They had X-Acto knives. It's so crazy. I have one similar, and they still make it with it has a red handle. And look at this. This is that little set. This is $5 back then. I have this same set. I mean, more newer, but similar, very similar. You hold your blades up there and your X-Actos. Yep. So many things stay the same. Decals. Oh, I spotted that. He's selling a set of Red Max labels. I mean decals. So here's various decals, Air Force stuff. Is that decorative tape? Yep, decorating tape. Yeah, they had a bunch of stuff here. Sanding sealer, glues, and all kind of stuff, brushes. So Estes was carrying everything. Now we get to two super classics right here. The Mars Lander and the Mars Snooper. $4.95. Look at how much the Mars Lander was in 1976. $9.95. Classic rocket. Love that. That is great. That's a good one. And on this other page are just, what's this? Estes Guide for Aerospace Clubs. Yeah, this is just technical reports and special publications. You can get them all in here. This is cool. That's pretty cool. A lot of literature. This is a great page right here. Page 26, 27. These are all skill level 3. The Andromeda. Look at that design. This has been cloned. Other companies have put that out. There's orbital transport, which is great. It goes up and the booster separates and glides home, and you got this guy in a parachute. Interceptor. Been around. So futuristic, and it still looks futuristic. And this is 1976. How much was the Interceptor? I mean, yeah, Interceptor was $7.95. Andromeda was $5.95. Orbital transport was $4.95. Wow, cheap. Now, I mean, that would be a cheap price now. So here we go. We're getting into some sci-fi. Star Trek. We got the Klingon. We got the Enterprise. Enterprise was $7.95. The Klingon was $6.95. The Invader, Alien Invader, has been reissued. $3.95. Constellation, $2.95. These are skill level 4 kits too. Skill level 4, skill level 3, skill level 3. Here we have a military scale models. Military scale, all scale here. This is cool. V2, 149 scale. How tall is that thing? Oh, it's about 11 inches. $3.95. Honest John, Watt Corporal, the Beaumark. The space shuttle back then was only $7.95. That seems cheap, even for back then. I guess that wasn't. Nike Ajax, $5.95. All scale, and it was new that year. And the space shuttle was new, so it debuted. Wow, it debuted in '76. I think Estes may reissue that one day. I think they'll put the shuttle back out, I believe. I'll get one if they do. I'll get one, or a couple. So here's some more sounding rockets, or scale sounding rockets, same thing. Sandhawk, Aero B300, Arcus. I love the Arcus. Aerotech make a nice Arcus. They make the big one. $3.95, $2.95, and $4.95. What skill level? Skill level 3. Yep, all skill level 3. Here we have some space explorers. They call these. Saturn V, Saturn V, a semi-scale version. Got the clear plastic fins, $3.95. How tall was it? 18 inches tall. Mercury Redstone, which is still around to this day, 23 inches tall. And the Russian Vostok. That was $4.95. But this had just fins that don't have the real tubes, like the real one. But, you know, it was 1976. Maxi Brutes, these are the big boys. Skill level 3, the big V2. You can see here in the picture how big that one was. 33 inches tall. Honest John, 37. Pershing 1A missile, 41. So these are all Maxi Brutes. These are big boys. They came in a big old box back then, and I'm pretty sure it's the same now. I'm not sure how the package was back then anyway. So here we have the Saturn V 1/100 scale. 1995 is 43 inches tall. This is the one that you'll see around. I think not much has changed, I don't think. They may have gotten better with some of the molding, maybe. But here's the Saturn V, and this just reissued by Estes. The Saturn 1B 1/70th scale was only $13.95. What is it now? $59, $60? That's the way it goes. Here you have, yeah, the Aerospace Club rocket. Little t-shirt, was that the rocket? Yeah, there's the rocket right there. Like you're joining the club. And that was the rocket they used. I forget the name of that rocket. It has a name. I don't know the name of it. I can't find it. But there you go, Saturn's. $13.95 for the 1B. So yeah, we're getting near the end. This is just a model rocketry safety code. So you're in compliance. That little thing signing, you sign right there and stating that you'll be a good boy or a good girl while launching model rockets. Model rocket engines, talking about the reliability of them. Yep. Yeah, and this is, the end. Yeah, I remember this little engine guide. I would look in here, and engines with delays, without delays, booster engines, single stage, upper stage. Mighty D engines, they would call it. See, Mighty D. Oh yeah, my cousin who got me started in this hobby, this is the controller we used to launch with. This went for a long time into the 80s. That's a cool looking design now. Back then you think it's just whatever, but that's a cool controller. I like it. I like to look at it. It kind of look like old school, like a TV remote almost. Like a little, like a speaker or something could be under there. We could talk to you, but it didn't talk. That was called the solar launch controller. How much was it? Was it $7.95? Let me see. Solar launch controller with advanced launch system was $4.95 for the controller. I guess the combination, solar launcher combination offer, $1.50 includes the launch pad for $7.95. So you get a deal if you get it all. Launch pad and controller for $7.95. Wow. Different launch pads they had. The tilt pad. Look at that guy there. There's an alpha on an angle. Last plate, 85 cents. So yeah, let's keep going. Then they had these way back then. Look at that. They had these. They called them, they had a different name. I forget what they called them. But yeah, you put the rocket engine in them. Actually, they used some reusable engine. Look at that. Cold powder. Oh, this is the cold powder system. Okay. I have to look more into cold powder propellants and stuff. I don't know much about it. But yeah, they had a propellant system that was a reusable engine. This is cool. That is cool. Yep, cold powder. High performance, non-flammable fuel for all Estes land rockets. They call them land rockets. Yeah, the lightning bug, scorcher, starfire. Easy to build and fun to race. And they got a parachute. Man, that is cool. 70s. They were having fun in the 70s. So here we have the Marauder. That's a different Marauder than the one that I know, but that's a Marauder. It's a skill level 2 sounding rocket design. Great sports model. Easy to build, payload section. Yep. And there's some more cold powder. I guess that cold powder was a real thing. Did he take cold powder? I wonder if these were cold powder rockets. I think they were. It don't say anything about an engine. I think you use this stuff to get these. I'm going to look more into cold powder stuff. Pretty sure somebody in the comments will probably know. I've seen it around, like on eBay and stuff, but I never made a move on any of it. Didn't get it. So here we have the CanRock. This is the rockets that take video picture way back in '76. So there's the CanRock and there's the Omega, and that carries the CanRock. That's the movie camera. What, 31 frames per second? Yep, 31 frames per second. Old school. I like camera rockets. This is cool. But these things are so expensive. Like if you find any of this stuff on eBay, you're gonna spend a pretty penny. I mean, people always jump all over these things. The film was $1.25 for 6 rolls. How much was the carrier? All right, the carrier. How much was this? CanRock. All right, CanRock was $8.95. I think CanRock carrier $9.95. Yeah, they all kind of offers and stuff. So pretty cool. A 1976 catalog, and on the back cover you got more Star Trek, Klingon, and you got the Starship Enterprise. So there you go, folks. 1976 model rocketry catalog. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel.